Hi everyone, welcome to this the messages through the tarot wisdom. Today is the day before the winter solstice. I was just sitting down to do a reading for myself um, because we have a big day tomorrow, and I just thought, record it, Deb. Record it because we know that if it's for me, it's for you. If you found this video, then you are a reflection, a mirror, whatever we want to call it. So, um, yeah, hopefully something will resonate. And so we've got the winter solstice tomorrow, the 21st. And yesterday on the 19th, the Three Eye Atlas was at its closest point to Earth, which everyone's been talking about. And now I don't know whether you felt the energies. I'm sure you did, because everyone I've spoken to has felt the energies absolutely ramped up. It is a real reminder that there are infinite possibilities and that our human minds can only imagine a fraction of what is available. Our human minds are not experienced enough in believing in miracles. Yes, we've seen some miracles and we know they exist, but to actually manifest them regularly, consciously, it comes from not just trusting the process of life, not just trusting the universe has your back, which obviously really important, but come from a deep inner knowing that your destiny is unfolding and that your destiny is the path that is going to bring you the most joy, the most emotional fulfillment, and the most abundance that is possible for you. I mean, that is, there's just, well, there are no limits. I honestly think we have a soul blueprint, and when our soul aligns with the soul blueprint, that's when everything falls into place. But I also believe that there are no limits. I think if you fulfill everything on that blueprint, you just keep expanding and expanding and expanding, obviously. The powers and qualities of creator source energy is within all of us. So there are no limits. It is just our human mind. And yesterday, for me personally, was a really good example of that. I mean, I don't need to go into details, but like miracles happened. And I was like, oh my God. And this week in general, just basically one thing, I'll give one example that I think might be quite relevant because it's to do with detachment as well. And that's been a big lesson for me recently. I ordered a load of author copies. Anyone that doesn't know, we've got Lessons in Awakening. All the links are in the description to get your copy from Amazon. I will be selling them at the Garden Retreat tomorrow for our winter solstice event. And I ordered a load of author copies, and they were meant to come the week before, obviously. And I got a message from Amazon saying that the package had been delayed and they were due on Monday, the 22nd. And I didn't go into panic. I didn't go into despair. I actually had an inner knowing that literally said to me, no, they will be here on time. They will be here on time. I just knew it. I knew it was a test. And I did reach out to a few people to back me up energetically on this one, but because it always helps, of course. Well, maybe that's just a limiting belief, but anyway, or placebo. um, but I just knew. But the point is that I was detached from whether they came or not. It was like, if they don't come, then it's meant to be. People can buy them online, not a problem. It's just neither here nor there. It's like what I've said before, like nothing really matters. People might see it as disappointing. Some people might see it as frustrating. I could have seen it as disappointing, frustrating, and all of those things. I just didn't really focus on it. I was just like, if they come, they come. If they don't, they don't. So I was completely detached from whether they came or not, whilst still holding that inner knowing that everything would just fall into place. And then they arrived before the 22nd, before the 21st. So That's just one example of a tiny, tiny example of the energies at the moment, and how it's actually up to us how we navigate those energies. You know, if we, I mean, yesterday I was running around like a headless chicken. I really was. I want to change that phrase. It's not the best phrase, is it? A headless chicken. But I was running around quite a lot, but all for my own benefit. But it was unplanned things. I had to cancel things. You know, it was one of those days. But I had that inner knowing. I'm like, wow, the universe is delivering, you know, and when the universe delivers miracles, it's going to disrupt things, you know, and that's why the detachment is so important. Yeah, I think that's an important point. Okay, we will get on with the cards. Tomorrow, winter solstice, whatever you're doing and wherever you are, it could be summer solstice, I guess, down under, right? I am sending you so much love. We have got, at the moment, 20 people coming. I am going to be making soup this afternoon for 20 people. Um, and it's going to be my last event at the garden retreat. So I probably will cry. And the tribe are coming together. There's some new faces as well, but the tribe are coming together. So yeah, I'm feeling it already. So yes, it will be an emotional day for me tomorrow, before the last event. And then I hand over the guardianship of the garden retreat to its new owner in January. And I'm not mentioning her name publicly, but the locals know her, and she's going to make lots of big changes, and it's going to be great. And I don't want to talk about them in case they don't happen or what have you. She's going with the flow as well. I've read her cards, so I know she's perfect to take the role on, to carry on the role and the intention of the garden retreat in providing, in serving the community with healing and celebratory workshops and events. So yeah, I'm really actually excited about that. I can come and visit as a participant, and I'm looking forward to that. I have had to detach from the emotional side of it, and some ego as well. You know, I am the founder of the garden retreat. I am the garden retreat. I've had that identity. And funny enough, I've had the Ten of Swords quite a lot lately, which has been telling me I've got to release from these identities that I've given myself. Because, well, I'll always be the founder, I guess, but you know, everything has to move, everything has to evolve, and everything has to change, and it's so beautiful how it does it. And I wasn't even planning on selling, and then the perfect buyer just came, and that was it. And so another thing that just fell into place. And I'm just super excited. I have another book gestating inside of me that wants to come out. So I'm going to be busy and quiet like that. And I'm going to just take my work online again, which is, you know, where it was before, before the garden retreat. So oh, I feel so blessed. I feel so blessed. And I know that you guys are feeling stuff too, because, you know, first of all, you're a mirror. um, but yeah, it's just beautiful. People feeling inspired to oh gosh, I've got a lot of cards coming out now. People feeling inspired to do new things, new projects, to just express themselves in new ways. I think that's what it's about, isn't it? This energy coming in. And people talk about this split, and I don't know whether we really see it, because if we're really rooted in the new earth, if we're rooted in the new paradigm, I mean, we're creating our own reality at the frequency that we are. So we're probably not seeing the bits that are falling away. I mean, there's the bits, it's a frequency thing, isn't it? So there are frequencies and dimensions, you know, operating in frequencies that we're not in. And we're moving into higher frequencies where there's just, you know, more bliss and more joy and more community, more love and more coherence, I want to say, and more alignment, I want to say, and which is why everything's feeling so good. But we're not focusing. I mean, we don't need to. We can go online and look, can't we, at other frequencies, but we cease to do that after a while, don't we? It's just like, what's the point? Because there's no point saying, oh, this is happening or that is happening. I mean, yes, there is a global thing going on, but also when you understand that, you know, we're all creating our own reality, And it's so important to focus on, well, actually, I want to say something here, to focus on what we want to create rather than the things that we that are crumbling away. But actually, I think a really powerful thing is to not focus on anything, because I think it's kind of like another step, but don't focus on anything, because when we focus on what we want to create, very often what we want to create has been born out of our human mind. And we've already talked about infinite possibilities and miracles. So I'm trusting now that my human mind, Deborah, bless her and her mind, she can't fathom so much of what's available, the infinite possibilities. So it's kind of, sometimes when we focus on something, like let's say someone's focusing on making, I don't know, $10,000 a month, and then you just think to yourself, why would you put a figure on it? Because you're stopping yourself from getting 20,000, 30,000, 100,000. I mean, I just think we need to be not so specific. I think it needs to be more, for me, it's about, happiness, joy, health, love, and just more of it, please, and prosperity and abundance, and that all comes, that's all states of being after a while, and that's why we can create from that frequency that we cultivate within us, as opposed to bringing it down to materialistic things, or bringing it down to our dreams that have, sometimes there's still programming in our dreams, and our dreams are still a creation of our human mind. um, well, our daytime dreaming of our goals and things like that. That's what I want to say. I think sometimes we focus on our goals, but actually our goals can be we could be limiting ourselves. So I suggest that we just stop focusing, a bit like the hanged man. Stop focusing and just chill, and then divine action will flow through you, and then you will create more than your heart ever imagined, or your mind ever imagined. But we think with the heart now, don't we? So more than your heart could ever imagine. I think that's important. Right, I've got 7 out now, which is interesting. I don't think I've ever had that many, so I am going to dive straight in. We have the King of Wands, and he tells us that he is the creator, of course, physical action in the physical world. He's top of his game, because now, if now you're the creator, you understand you're the creator of your own reality. You understand that you need to put your joy and your inspiration into physical action in the physical world. Your beliefs, if you believe that, we need to live a certain way in the community, now is the time to take action, because you are top of your game as the creator. Okay, so that's, to me, that's really clear, that what he's saying in the beginning is it's time to take action on your passions, because wands are fire, which represents physical action in the physical world, as I said, but also passion and bold and courageous. And a lot of people are having to be courageous. Of course we are, because we're all moving to the next level and we don't feel good enough. We're back to that one, aren't we? Because we're all having a leg up now with this beautiful energy coming in this weekend in particular, and it's taking us to new things, new projects, where our little self is still having a little bit of doubt, which is fine. It's okay to have that little bit of doubt. We're not trying to suppress that or anything. It's understandable that our humans are going to feel that little bit of doubt, and back to that old classic, I'm not good enough. But that's because the miracles are coming in. That's because our life is unfolding in a way that we could not imagine. So we're going to have that. So that's okay. But he's come to remind us that you are top of your game. If you're watching this video, you are a creator, you know it. We're all creators, but you know it. You know how to consciously create. I have, one of my videos is how we create our own reality. Oh, actually, that's one of the chapters in here as well. So you're aware of how we create our own reality, and but doing it consciously, it's perfect. So he is saying, please put into action the ideas that you have, even if they seem a little bit difficult, or they seem a bit challenging, they might seem impossible, you might feel like you don't have all the resources you need at the moment. But he's saying, please take a step in the right direction, because you know how we manifest. You take that step. It's thought, word, deed. So you think it, share it with your tribe, take that step, and everything you need will just come. I mean, it's pretty perfect, isn't it, really? And there you go, everything you need coming in. So here we've got the Seven of Cups, choices and options. And so I'm just going to refer back to this one because of the passion. It's important to follow the passion. It's important to follow your heart. Um, and yeah, it's really, really important. And sometimes you don't always know. I mean, it's like how I ended up buying the land where the garden retreat is. We didn't know we were going to establish the garden retreat. Um, but my heart, I was just following my heart. I had no idea why I was coming to Pago. People said to me, "Why are you moving to Pago?" And I was like, "I don't know. We'll find out." And we did, didn't we? We found out that there was land here that wanted to be born and to be evolved. And the same thing with the beautiful soul that's taking over. She's been looking at a few places, and she said there were places that ticked all the boxes on a mental level, but she wasn't feeling it in the heart. And yet, at this place, the heart was just a big tick. And the mental ones were like, oh, hang on, we need to fill these in. But she followed her heart. So this is what this is saying, because cups is heart. It's emotions. It's following your heart. It's following the feeling, that resonance, the truth bumps, just the joy, the excitement, and whatever you want to be involved with. And this isn't just about creating the new earth, as in we've got to be doing structural things in the community. And they're not all big things like that. This is because there's so many here, you see. So some of these will be things that you're doing as a community. Some of these will be things you're doing, which will create your income. But some of them could just be how you spend your free time. It could just be how you relax. Maybe there's a guilty pleasure YouTube channel that I've got one. I'm not going to mention him though. And you just watch it to laugh or to chill or to. I'm very good at watching the dogs. I'm a dog lover, and I can watch talking dogs for ages. But it's something, this is just what brings you joy. What do you love? So it's big community scale. It's also you personally fulfilling your soul's blueprint, but it's also how you spend every minute of every day just doing what you love. I mean, it boils down to being with who you love, eating what you love, sleeping when you want to, it's exercising how you want to, not forcing yourself, doing what feels good. All of this, that's what these options are saying, because cups is intuition, it's spirituality, and it's love, and it's creativity, and choosing things in life based on what the heart, what ticks the heart, even if the mind doesn't quite agree, because that could be because of a programming. And then everything falls into place. Thank you, Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands, there's all your arrows. There's all the physical action in the physical world. So what did I say? I said that you think something, you're going to talk to your tribe about it, and you're going to take a step in that direction. And it doesn't even have to be a big step. We talked about that in the last video, I think, because then the universe will bring you everything you want. And this card is about delays, and obstacles are all removed. Well, the delays and obstacles are the blockages that we have within our own thinking. Because if you detach, I'm getting quite excited about this. If you detach from, like I did with the books, and you're okay with whatever outcome, you detach from the outcome. That's what I want to say. When you detach from the outcome, you emotionally detach from the outcome, you allow the divine to flow through you unhindered, without delay, without obstacles. And that's when everything falls into place. This is the luckiest card in tarot. And there you go. There's a Nine of Cups, all your dreams and wishes. Perfect. All your dreams and wishes coming true because you detached. Because you detached from the outcome. I like the way they're flowing. So there's your Seven of Cups, and now we've got the Nine of Cups. So choose wisely. Choose from the heart, I want to say, whether it makes mental sense or not. We're not dissing the mind. What we're doing is we're ticking the heart box first, and then we use the mind in order to carry out the wishes of the heart. So it's not like we're not using our minds. Our minds are very important. Intellect is very important. It's probably intellect that led you to the wisdom that you now have. So we're not dissing it. It's just that we've got intellect and wisdom. So the right side would be more wisdom and the left side would be more intellect. But we know that the left and right is masculine and feminine, yin and yang, and we know we want to balance them. So it's not about letting the heart take over everything. It's about just listening to the heart first and then thinking with the heart and then using the mind to carry out the wishes of the heart, because this is all your wishes coming true. And as we know, cups is hearts and our love and emotions and feelings, spirituality and creativity and intuition and all those lovely things. So that all makes perfect sense, doesn't it? This is how quickly things fall into place when you follow this, when you detach, when you just make the choices from the heart. Take time out. I'm a little bit, you could feel, you could probably sense that I'm a little bit overexcited. It's just been such a busy weekend in such a gloriously beautiful way. And even yesterday, we went to a restaurant, my husband and I sat down and I almost had a little cry. And he was like, "What's wrong? What's wrong?" And I was like, "There is so nothing wrong." It was just a little bit of overwhelm coming up because of the ramped up energies and me. It was a reminder to myself to put my feet flat on the floor. And I'm doing it now because I can feel it happening. Feet flat on the floor, drop your shoulders, take a beautiful breath down to the belly. Remember who you are. Remember why you're here. And it just takes a couple of breaths to bring us back into that peace and presence, the stillness, the peace, and the presence. I think that's an important message as well this weekend, because this card is telling me, right, horses are positive movement forward. Here, the horse is absolutely rushing. So we've got two cards here showing, it's beautiful actually, because this is the action. And this is the inspiration and the communication and the mind. So it's what I've actually just said, because we've got lots of cups as well. So we're following the heart, we know that. And then we're taking the action. Everything's falling into place at a speed of knots. And this card is confirming the speed at which things are happening. And yesterday, for me personally, was an example of that. Something I've been waiting years for suddenly manifested in a day. And so, yeah, it's beautiful. But with this horse, we need to make sure that that we are grounded. It's easy to fly off. So we want to be grounded, feet on the ground, drop your shoulders, take a breath, remember who you are. And what I always like to remember is that the best action and the best ideas come from stillness and presence. I like that. Stillness and presence. So yes, this is the opposite of stillness. So it's because things are happening like this that we need to come back. We need to just bring ourselves back. It's just a moment. It's a breath. Just position your body. It's a breath. Drop the shoulders. Remember who you are. And remember that your best actions, the divine actions, come from a place of stillness and presence. So this is a bit like me yesterday. And then coming back. I know who I am in truth. I know what I am in truth. And I know how I serve in truth. That's a beautiful affirmation from the lovely Paul Selig, which I use often. And it really brings you back into stillness and presence, because that's where this inspiration is coming in, because it's a page. It tells us that it's new, young, fresh. Inspiration, ideas coming in. So these are ideas that are coming in because we've followed the heart. So we've followed the heart, we've taken a step in that direction. We don't know where we're going, we don't know what we're doing, but we've detached from the outcome. And then we're just going to take a breath. This is the next step. This is that mental step that comes in because you've honored your heart. Oh, I feel quite emotional saying that. I want to say that again. This is the mental intellect coming in. This is the practical, logical steps that you need to take because you've honored your open heart, your open heart, your open heart. Your heart's open now, isn't it? Had enough heart opening, haven't we? Honored your open heart. Yeah. So this is divine inspiration coming in, and you won't believe the very last card that we've got because it is the star. It's a major arcana. This is heaven on earth. This is the heaven on earth card. It's paradise, it's fertile lands. You can create whatever you want. We started off knowing that you're top of your game. You're the creator of it all. And this is how we create heaven on earth, by knowing this, knowing who we are, knowing what we are, and knowing how we serve. And we serve by just following our joy and our excitement and all the things that we've said today. There's your flowing water, which shows emotional fulfillment. This is your true essence. It's God essence, I want to say. And the white stars represent the chakras, showing the different aspects of your being, your field, I want to say. So this is fertile land, it's paradise. I call it heaven on earth. It's also Aquarius. We're in the age of Aquarius. This is the new earth, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to call it peace on earth. That's what I'm going to call it. And we are coming up to the winter solstice, which of course is the energetic opening for Christmas, for those of you that celebrate Christmas. And this card, oh, I feel really emotional. This card is peace on earth. This card is peace on earth. And it starts with the love and peace that you are. And it starts by ticking the heart box. Doing what you love. Wow, that was a reading for me. If it resonates with you, let me know. Make a comment and check out the links for Lessons in Awakening. Subscribe, like, share, all those YouTubey things. I am wishing you so much love and peace for the winter solstice, for Christmas, and for 2026. I love you all. Bye for now.